Our first artists performed at our Vibrant Brampton festival. The Spiral Theory, a Toronto-based quartet, is looking to reignite the sounds of modern rock. Blending classical guitar tones with modern pop melodies and progressive rhythms, the band's sound contains clear influence from iconic classic rock sounds, combined with an original melodic take on their genre. That is to say, classical in feel but modern in execution. Their debut album, Turn of the Tide, is currently out streaming on all major platforms. How do they sound? They give off a vibe that crosses Oasis with the tragically hip, and then sprinkle on some walking bass line with strong vocal harmonies. The Spiral Theory came together in 2018 through Kijiji ads for bandmates.
So it all started, the journey of the Spiral Theory started sometime in 2018 after I moved as a resident to Canada from India. So I was here, after looking for means to settle down. And once I did, was searching for bandmates and through Kijiji, right? And that's how I found the guys. Long story short, I had, my share of fun and details auditioning for bands, and I found these guys, looking for a singer, and then, we put two and two together, and we started writing songs, and also, doing our thing, heading to music festivals and bar nights on weekends and playing music. So that's how the whole story of the Spiral Theory evolved.
In nature's world of wonders, strangers become friends. A passionate music, broken hearts that mend.
The inspiration for Spiral Theory's band members is simply the love of rock music.
So basically, all of us, grew up in different backgrounds and, different countries. In fact, like I am from India. Joe basically is from Dominican Republic, right? Like Joe is the guitarist. Andrew is a Puerto Rican, so, who is a Canadian now. And Alan is pretty much, a Canadian. Yeah, double Canadian. So all of us, are from different backgrounds. And the one thing that brought us together was the love for the rock music. And, that's how we started. We spoke a lot about our inspirations, like how we grew up and what kind of music we listened to, etc. And then it was the rock music that all brought us together. And so that's how we started coming together, writing songs and recording them.
The Spiral Theory's creative process starts with a riff and evolves from that.
So what we do is pre-pandemic times at least, we hired a room in a place called Jam Chamber, which is in North York. So we all meet over there twice a week. We jam, we come up with random music riffs. It would be mostly Joe or I who would come up with a riff or a melody, and then that's how we start. It would take forever for all of us to agree to a song, but that's the beauty of it, right? Like coming together, coming up with a riff or a song that all of us like, and then we start from there, and then pick a theme. So it would be like a top-down or bottom-up approach, where we would come up with a riff and then pick a theme, or we would come up with a theme and then pick up a riff or something and then make music out of it. So we have our own we had our own share of fun and fights, coming up with the song as such. But then so that's how we created our debut album, and we recorded and released it sometime during the pandemic.
The slow, with the speed of the truth unfolds. The fear and crime make the weakest hide as the brave takes a higher road.
The pandemic changed the course of how the band chose to introduce the world to their debut album.
We had, I think, almost like 25, 30 shows booked as a part of this album release that we planned sometime in 2020. Everything went for a toss. So, despite everything, so, since this was our first foot on the gas pedal on a long and winding road ahead, there's the Beatles reference. So that's how we started and recorded, and then we decided that since everything is online and digital these days, so we would just go ahead and publish our music since we are DIY. So we did everything from the scratch and released it through music distributors and started promoting music in whatever means that we can online, and just ready to get back to normal so we can play those recorded songs in, say, live gigs or festivals or anything that would have us.
Minds make a steady guide through the dark of the roads unknown. Shout at the world in anger. You already brace for the echo. The sun will rise and the evil dies with the devil on the other side.
Heading back into normalcy, the band is excited to start hitting stages again.
Right now, since things are back, so we just got back to the room that we had initially, so we're just getting back, and then um, just getting back to it, like just musically, and while during my time away, meeting my parents back in India, so the guys are jamming, coming up with concepts and ideas so we can record probably new songs in the future, or just getting back to all of it and playing getting ready to play those new songs out there.
If the Spiral Theory's music was put into a capsule today and someone dug it up 50 years from now, here's how the band would want that person to feel.
The whole concept of our music is what I would say, like, short answer. Long answer would be even the name, right? The Spiral Theory is all about history repeats itself. Whatever goes around comes around, and everything happens for a reason. But what we also write is things resolve on a positive note, right? So that's the only thing that all of us should be, right? Like that's the kind of mentality that people should have, that things happen, there's even though everything that happens, things are always going to be fine at the end, and that's what we also write in our songs.
Poison.